2 kids went home. 6 days and he couldn't handle it anymore and he had to go home.
That's it. Well, something was there.
Bobcats in there. We gotta switch the last hydraulic.
Good morning. Good morning, Mark Trail.
Good morning.
All right, we are heading out, and guess what? Today we are camping. Maybe. No, for sure. Goal is anywhere from 17 to 18 miles. So, yeah. And we stayed at Burke's Garden Hostel, which you saw a little bit at the beginning. It was amazing. And yeah, it was a great experience. And today's terrain looks quite pleasant, and the weather looks sunny, and it just looks like it's gonna be a wonderful day.
Wow, sunny day.
Yeah. River Crossin. Woohoo! That's a nice bridge with some nice river crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Gonna take some luncho breako. We're back to walking. We actually hiked I forgot already, 12.9 miles or 11.9, I don't know. I think 12.9 before 12:30. So that was pretty good. And now we have really just 4.9 miles left. So we could go more, but the Brushy Mountain Outpost is a delicious food place. And it's closed on Sunday, and today's Sunday. But it has breakfast and is open until 2 a.m. Just not today. So, I mean, I guess we could go on and just not eat there, but we will have hiked 17 some miles today. So that's a pretty good accomplishment. Anywho, we're gonna go downhill and then pass a beautiful creek where we have to get the water from, because there won't be any water where I'm thinking we will camp, sorry. English. Okay. So we replenished water because there is no water until the Brushy Mountain Outpost. And so we're 4 miles to the campsite that I was thinking about. And looking at comments, somebody's like, no campsites from there until the outpost. And then other comments are like, there's a campsite here and there's a campsite there. So that's always something where you're like, oh, do I play with it or do I not play with it? So first we're gonna hike the 4 miles to the spot, check it out, see how we feel. Because tomorrow is gonna be like a 21 miler. Would be nice to accomplish a little bit more miles, but you know, that breakfast is waiting, and if we go past it, no breakfast.
There's my tent.
Hi,
Hi.
Mark Trail.
Yes,
The people
the people.
of the YouTube.
They want to know.
They have been asking,
Where the heck
where
does
the heck is coming your trail name from?
Yeah.
Tell us.
It's not a particularly interesting story, but it's unique. I was completing the 67 above 4,000 at that time in Sugarloaf, and a thru hiker came through, and I've just always loved talking to thru hikers because I thought they were so cool. I mean, yeah, look what you have just done. And this guy came up to me on top of Sugarloaf, and he was doing, his trail name was 13. I'll never forget it because he was doing the trail in 13 weeks, which I thought was just crazy, and it is. And then he has a couple other things about 13. Actually, if you're out there 13, please say hi. So he goes, what's your trail name? I go, I don't have a trail name. I'm a day hiker. I don't. He goes, no. He goes, you've done enough to deserve a trail name. And he goes, what's your name? I go, Mark. And he goes, what do you do? And I go, I'm in solar. My daughter's in environmental studies and, just very conscious about environmental stuff. He goes, from now on, your name's Mark Trail. What's Mark Trail? And apparently, when he was hiking through Georgia, he went through the Mark Trail Wilderness and asked what it was about. And it's about a cartoon comic book character from the 1950s that really went up to the 1970s, maybe even the 80s, about a guy who travels the world and helps wildlife and environmental issues. And I was like, I love that trail name.
Yeah, because you're into like the solar thing is kind of environmentalistic.
Very much so.
And so it kind of matched you.
It matched me perfectly. And when people ask what's your trail name, it's kind of cool to say Mark Trail.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what?
Well, what's funny is that most people just assume they know because it's, Mark is on the trail. But
Right.
it actually is so much more than just that, you know?
Yes.
It's based off of a cartoon. And some of the YouTube subscribers actually know about the cartoon.
Really?
So they've mentioned
Yeah.
it. But I don't know if anybody knows that there is actually a section in Georgia. None of us really pay attention to
I
that.
know. It's right after Hogpen Gap.
Okay.
And it's right behind the big sign. And if you weren't looking at it, you wouldn't see it. But it's the only wilderness area in the country that's named after a fictional character.
Oh, how fun.
So they named it after this comic strip because he did so much to help bring the author brought so many things, so much to the environmental
like awareness.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Cool. Now everybody knows.
everybody knows.
So if anybody asks where the name comes from, please refer them to this here video right there.
Right there.
Right there. Okay, bye.